Mr. Chair, it is
Mm.
5:03, and we
Thank
do have a quorum.
thank you. At this point, I'd like to call to order the September 23rd, 2025 Personnel Committee meeting to order. This meeting is accessible to people with disabilities. Microphones or telephones will be used by all speakers. Large print materials are available upon advance request. If you'd like to, if you would like either of these accommodations, please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833. The Notice of Non-Discrimination Rights and Protections to Beneficiaries with regard to Federal Title VI Non-Discrimination Protections and the State Non-Discrimination Protections is posted in this meeting room and is available on the Owen Colony Planning Council website. Please contact Mary Waldron at 508-583-1833 for more information. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mary. And at this point,
I will do a
I
roll
would do a
call.
roll
Mr.
call.
Chair.
Thank you, Mary.
Stephen Santasonio,
Present.
Lee Hartman,
Present.
Sandra Wright.
Present.
And I believe that is all we have. And for staff, myself, Mary Waldron, Charlie Kilmer, Brenda Robeson, Sean Noel, and Megan Fortier.
Thank you, Mary. At this point, I'd like to have a motion to accept the May 25th, 2025 meeting minutes.
Motion so moved.
Seconded.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Can we have a roll call?
Yes, Stephen Santasonio,
Approve.
Lee Hartman,
Yes.
and Sandra Wright.
Yes.
Thank you, Mary. Now on to number 3 for GASBS Statement 101.
Yes,
Uh,
I'll
this-
start if I could on this, Mr.
Okay.
Chair, and then have Brenda and perhaps Charlie to weigh in. So through our auditors, CLA, they have informed us that there's a new statement, if you will, the Statement 101. We had shared it in the packet, but Megan also had it on, has it in the packet. Thank you. With regards to this accounting standard series, the statement number 101, we had in fact, the action that we're looking for today is the acknowledgement that we, OCPC, will be reporting the sick accruals. And so that's really the action that we're looking on for today. In discussion with Treasurer Joy, some of the other pieces were that, there was a financial liability similar to what we've had in the past in terms of vacation, but what it's a liability if in fact, and we're going to not put our staff names out there, but we have 2 staff members who this would be affected. If in fact they decided to retire and have 25 years of service. So, but for right now, looking for an action to acknowledge. So I don't know if Brenda or Charlie, if either one of you want to weigh in, if I've I know I'm minimizing the explanation, but as you can see, the statement is pretty elongated. And we have in fact reached out to Odyssey, the actuaries, and had received some guidance from them as well. Charlie, maybe, or Brenda, either one.
So,
Charlie, do you want to go?
yeah, so, yeah, thanks, Mary. Thanks, Brenda. So as you know, the existing audit reporting displays sick and vacation time, what was actually paid out in the audit year. So what this GASB 101 says is you have to report out to your accrued sick and vacation time. It's both compensated absences. But short of a number in a report, I think over the past history, the council has been successful in navigating paying out this benefit to those who vest and retire, and we're in better shape than ever. So, I mean, though it's been paid out to at least, I don't know, probably 8 people, and most recently there was somebody this year. So, but we're in better financial shape than ever. I have no doubt we can navigate it into the future.
So basically, it sounds like what they're saying is the new accounting procedures say that we need to put these on the books and not just list it as an unlisted as liability. So there's this potential liability out there. You've always dealt with it, you know it's out there, but now the accounting purposes, we have to now state it in a written statement of what's out there for each employee, or at least in a cumulative way.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
Yes,
Yep, thank you.
that's
So-
a nutshell.
So I have a question, if I may.
Oh, of course, Sandy.
Okay, thank you. So with these payouts of the, we are okay as far as carrying them financially
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
over time?
I had to do a report in the past. We didn't have to report the sick liability unless someone was retiring and we knew we were going to be paying it out. Now I have to come up with an average based on what was actually used by the employees over the course of the last 3 to 5 years. And I have to come up with an average of what could potentially be used in the course of that year, and that has to be reported. And I've already done that report for FY25 and sent it to the auditor. And yes, it becomes part of our profit and loss numbers. And
Okay,
it
thank you.
So there's twofold on this. So we have it on personnel agenda because it's a
Mhm.
big time. We also have it on the finance agenda. And I believe that through conversations with Christine, she would like us as staff, and we can take it up either now, or we can take it up, I think, under finance when she's available, where just exploring best practices and things of that nature.
Mhm.
I don't know who, oh, Becky, go ahead.
Going to say that this didn't come as a huge surprise to me because years ago our town had this issue back when I was in Hanson, and it affected things like bond ratings and things, and so we actually had negotiated unlimited PTO with our police officers. So that we didn't accrue PTO, but it had to be approved by the chief. It caused a whole another set of issues. But I don't think that this is it's something that other CPA firms have here, and there are different ways to handle it. I'm sorry I was late to the meeting. I just had a little bit of a family emergency, but everything's fine, but I did. And I'm just not sure if we talked about the idea of this applying to new employees versus
So we
existing
have, I
employees.
think, we have a proposal in the revision to the handbook, putting a stopgap, so I wasn't sure the order how to do this, right? So we are saying for anybody hired, and you'll see this in the next item, is that at any new employees hired as a certain date, we're putting a stopgap. If they're here for 25 years or more and have X amount of sick days, we've taken that benefit away. I mean, they still get sick days, but when they leave, they're not getting a payout of unused sick time. And we can have that discussion when we come to there.
So may I, through you? Is this something that maybe we should monitor their time accrued and keep it at some number?
So good point, Sandy. We had made the changes where we put a stopgap. We put it for sick time, it's 910 hours, right, Charlie? I'm just 10 for sick time. And you know, yes, we made that move, and a number of staff, there's young family members, they have elder families themselves, they have issues. We also are participant in the paid medical family leave. Those benefits are really important to staff and maintaining our staff. So I think what I would again recommend, to your point, is that we are monitoring. We get accruals every week of what folks are doing and who's taking what. You know, in some degrees, there are some staff who just do not use a lot of sick time. And so for those that don't, who are healthy and aren't in need of using sick time, you know, by taking something away, taking a benefit that's been on the books away might be deemed as punishing them, right? So it's a
Right.
balance, to your point, monitoring, sick days. And, I'll tell you, we really do have a good monitoring system, good communication system within, with managers and their staff. They inform staff when they're sick, of course, coming out of COVID, but COVID's not over. But again, we do monitor it. And, I think, when it comes to Christine coming on for the treasurer for the finance meeting, I think she will want, and I think there was some requests that she's going to want is to kind of take it a little bit deeper and study it over a couple months, before making any other policy decisions.
And a follow-up, if I may, is there a certain amount of time that you can carry over year to year? And
Yes.
we probably went through this, and I'm sorry,
That's okay.
forgive
That's
me,
okay.
I have
If-
forgotten.
I mean, we can answer that when we come to the handbook because we have the language
Okay.
specifically in there.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, Sandy, but
Sure.
yes, your point. This has opened up a lot of discussion, internally as well as with the board members. So my request for this item number 3, the action item is just to acknowledge the GASB, new requirement, and we are following it. We're already following it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
If we were to start, I'd like to make that motion to acknowledge it.
Motion so moved.
And on the motion, Stephen Santisonio.
Yes,
Oh,
Please.
second,
Oh, thank you. Lee Hartman,
Yes.
Sandy Wright,
yes.
Becky Coletta.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you, and members, and I know we'll probably, as I said, we'll get into, Mr. Chair, item
Yeah.
number 4.
yep, okay, thank you. Revisions to the employee handbook, which is an action item.
Yes,
Employee leave, new hires,
right.
and the whistleblower protection policy.
So let's go right into, as Megan has up on the screen here. Can everybody see that okay?
Yes,
Yep,
So it says, so the current, sick time benefit, right, notwithstanding, personnel policies, I'm just right. So this is particularly as it relates to employees, with 25 years or more of service shall upon termination of employment through retirement or death, they would be compensated, for up to 130 days or portion thereof, accumulated sick time. So that's what's on the books for, again, only if you are retiring, or bypassing and have 25 years of service, do you get this benefit? And we are suggesting that employees with 25 years at OCPC and retiring separation, anyone hired after October 1st, 2025 will not be eligible for this benefit.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
and,
Just have a quick question, Mary, on that retiring part. Is that just kind of that just a way of wording it? Because it's, I mean, someone terminated after 25 years of service, went to go work for another agency down the
they would
road,
not be eligible.
they would not be eligible?
If they retire from us.
Yeah.
They're eligible. If
Okay.
they're retiring and they go someplace else, that's they're
Yeah.
retiring from us.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what they do after.
No,
Okay, all right.
but under the law, isn't there something stating that they have to have at least a year of cooling off time?
That's only, it depends. If you're going to a different community, a different agency, it would only a year cool off, because I've been talking about this, only has to do with, for me, if I want to present before a board that I work in. But as long as I can work for the town of Plymouth, if I'm a consultant or in the town of Plymouth, I just can't present. There's a year cool off for presenting.
Is that like a non-compete clause or something like that?
No, it just says that. So when they want to just say it doesn't. It's more the optics to say that somebody retires from OCPC or leaves OCPC and then turns around and starts making presentations on behalf. It's a little odd for OCPC, but it's more about you can't represent other people before boards that you were providing staff support for.
Gotcha.
But that's about all the cooling off is. But certainly if you go to another community, that you're entitled to do that with no restriction.
Okay.
Thank you.
does that answer your question, Sandy, in terms
Yes,
of?
thank you.
So this is a stopgap that we're proposing on the whole idea of the potential of the liability. But in the meantime, when we get to finance, we can certainly talk about it then as well. But having a plan in place, for, is there a fund that we can put monies aside for people moving forward that we can estimate, when they might retire, what that fund may be, and to just put monies aside because we know that they're going, in 10 years, employee A who has 25 years of service and has 130 days of compensated time that they get paid out. And we figure that out at their rate. So that's but for right now, I'm proposing this.
So is there a benefit that you do offer? So, I mean, for my whole career, I've heard town employees who say, well, if I don't use it, I lose it. And why would I not just use all of my time? Because if I don't, I lose it. And they look at it as a benefit. And I just do think there is some merit to at least considering some level of buyback, just so that people aren't maximizing what they do with time off.
I think that will come under the discussion that we have over the next couple months about the liability. But I think to your point, Lee, it's a point well taken as we move forward. We're just trying to do a bit of a,
Yep.
What are we doing now about what we find as that liability? And then, of course, the discussion over the next couple months.
Yeah.
Sean, you have a question?
You're on mute, Sean.
Sorry about that. Took me a minute to get off.
Hmm.
Mary, you had mentioned the fund, putting the possibility of putting a specific fund together or something along those lines. But I believe, and Charlie, I think this is the reason why Parker and Odyssey were involved within this. This is a qualified OPEB expense.
No, it's not. We got a ruling on that today.
Oh, we did.
Yep,
Oh, I
sorry,
apologize. I'm sorry. I
let's
was going
take
back to there.
I had shared some of the documentation with the council members when Brenda raised it with Odyssey, but
Okay. Oh,
park
then
that for
I'm gonna
right
raise
now,
my
and then
hand.
maybe under finance, we can talk a little bit about strategies.
Okay.
So, Mr. Chair, with that, I would recommend, with some maybe wordsmithing, the idea of the suggested language with employees with 25 years at OCPC and retiring, that anyone hired after October 1st, 2025 would not be eligible for this benefit.
Okay. Do we want to take each one separately or both vote on both together?
Which if it's the pleasing of
I,
you, it's
I would
I'd say-
move
I-
to accept both of the proposed changes.
great.
Second,
Thank you.
okay,
and-
do we have a roll call, Mary?
Stephen Santasonia,
Yes.
Lee Hartman,
Yes.
Sandra Wright,
yes.
Becky Coletta, Christine Joy.
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
thank you.
I couldn't get
saw
to my audio button.
And I believe, Megan, just for purposes of the agenda. Yep, because they had been provided the whistleblower policy. Okay. So,
So at this point, I need a motion to go into executive session for personnel
Motion so
strategy.
moved.
I'll second.
and then on roll call, Stephen Santasonia.
Yes.
I lost my place here. Where was, I'll just go through this. Lee Hartman,
Yes.
Sandra Wright,
Yes.
Becky Coletta.
Do we need to say that we're going into executive session for purposes of discussing?
It was in the email I sent for personnel strategies.
But it's probably good to note for the minutes that whole purpose that.
Yeah, yeah, okay, and then yes.
Okay, and then Christine Joy.
Yes.
So with that, I'm actually going to ask, did Sean Noel leave? You have to leave, Sean. Thank you. And Brenda and Charlie are all good. Okay, so then I just need to, yes.
I'll make that a motion to adjourn.
And I'll second it.
Mr. Chair, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 So if we,
Motion adjourned.